Hi there, it's the planning psychologist. If you're new, hi and welcome, and if you're a regular, thanks for coming back. So this is my first setup for the new year. Yep, I did obviously the first week of Jan, but that was actually done in December. So I'm coming in here and planning the week of the 8th to the 14th of January. So we've been away and just come back this week, and I was thinking about my videos and I was thinking about my planner. And, you know, every now and then you get into a planner funk. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to try changing up all of my layouts for you guys so I can show you the different types of layouts you can use in a Sterling Ink TN. Obviously, these are also transferable to the week size. Might be a bit squishier, but they're still transferable in terms of the actual layout. So I thought, you know, for myself, I'll mix it up a little bit and for you guys so that you can see different types of things and also to get me out of my planner funk at the moment, which I'm in. So I'm usually pretty heavy tracker, and it's also this time of year, you know, between January, like Christmas Day and the second week of January, you kind of feel like everything's all a mess and all over the place. At least I do. Don't know about that, but I absolutely do. So, you know, trying to get back into it, trying to get myself sorted, back to work and back to reality next week. So, you know, thought I would do that. And I thought I would also show you a brand new page that I've been doing since I've been away as well. It's my mindfulness colouring page that I started doing. So we'll have a look at that. How about we have a look at that first? So towards the back of my planner, what I've got is a bunch of stuff, my pen tests and things like that, next year's planner and all of that, and lots of notes and things. So, but what I thought I would do is while I was away, I really needed a mindfulness type thing to do. So what I started doing is this. Yeah, it's just a grid dot of pages. I will show you guys in another video the whole thing done out, but obviously it's going to take me some time. So essentially what I'm doing is whenever I'm obviously a psychologist, and every now and then, you know, you need to actually slow down purposefully and do some things for yourself, and this is one of those pages, and I thought, you know what, well, this is not a bad idea for me. So I will sit here. This is the Tombow. Oh my god, look at that. How old is my Tombow? Worn out. How much have I used it that it's no longer got the colours on it, so I wouldn't have a clue what the number is, sorry guys. But essentially I just go in, and wherever I feel like it, I'm just randomly putting some dots in and colouring them in slowly and mindfully. Mindfulness is something that I teach quite a bit in my own practice, but also do myself. And sometimes what I find a lot, especially a lot with clients who have anxiety, and also with myself, is that passive mindfulness, things like meditation, yoga, that kind of stuff, doesn't work for everyone. Of course, nothing works for everyone, but having something to do to ground you in the moment often does help. So I'm a really big advocate for active mindfulness, things that you can do. Colouring in, breathing sometimes works for people, a lot of the time doesn't. There's also a bit of a stigma attached to those kinds of things. So sometimes I give people actual exercises to be in the moment, you know. So this is one of them that I was thinking out loud doing the other day whilst I was a little bit overwhelmed. Yes, everybody in the world gets overwhelmed, including psychologists. No matter how well trained we are, we're still humans after all. So I sat here for, you know, obviously quite a while, because this takes quite a while, and just did this until those pages were filled. So obviously I'm not going to do the whole thing with you because it's going to take too long, but I will be taking photos step by step and actually showing you how it progresses, and eventually we'll show you the end result of this. Found this really helpful for myself, so, you know, if you guys want to share, if you guys want to play along, if you guys want to do this, then, you know, mindfulness stuff. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. So the reason I've got this actual Tombow out is because this is going to be part of this week's setup. So what we're going to be doing instead of my normal setup, here we go, this is this week, is I'm going to be using the grid lines that come in the TN notebook. Catherine at Sterling Ink has actually got page markers here, guidelines, and they, here across, they go into thirds and also halfway down. So what I was thinking to do this week was actually to use those as columns. I don't usually use this setup in one page, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a go. So let's do that, set it up and see how we go, and then go from there. What do you reckon? Come with me? Okay, so what we've done here is I've set it up. Obviously a little bit of an oopsie there and had to clean that up, but essentially what I'm going to be doing is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and down here doing my to-do list. I'm going to see if this works for me. If not, it's okay, it's only a week. I went back to my usual weeks last week, as you probably recall, so I thought I'd give this up a go and see how that would work for me. The other thing I've decided to do this week is to keep it really simple. I think sometimes my planner spreads can get a little bit overwhelming for me even, and at the moment I'm needing the simplicity of a spread because I'm all over the shop again this time of year and being a little bit overwhelmed, so I thought I'd give that a go. So what we're going to do this week is I'm actually going to be using 2 Tombow brushes, the one that you saw earlier, the green there, and also a grey. Haven't decided, but I think that one, the N75, is going to be the way to go. A sticker kit from, it was actually a freebie from Hello Petite Paper. It's just so pretty that I thought that might go well to give me some stuff without actually overwhelming the page or doing too much. And also I was thinking about this in when I was away, and I'm going to actually use the Midori day stamp, printable stamp here that I've got instead of stickers for the week, just to see if I even like that. So this is going to be my accent colours, but I'm thinking maybe I need a colour for the top of the page. So what do we think? Maybe, okay, so you've got a pretty big array of Tombows. Maybe that colour there, that seems, oh, yeah, what do we think? Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit too pink. Choosing colours sometimes is actually really damn hard. Well, at least for me, maybe not for other people. But for me it is. Oh, there we go. I think that one there complements it well. And then there'll be the green, which I thought is really pretty and would stand out on the page. And the grey as an accent. So there we go. I think those are our colours. Oh, which one did I decide to go with? Okay, sorry, that was that. Put that one away before I get confused. Those 3 there. All right, so how are we going to do this spread? Let's work that out first, hey? So New Year's, we tend to not really spend it doing anything. Not a massive fan of that whole New Year's, New You stuff. It's a really tough time of year for a lot of people. There's a lot of expectations, a lot of family stuff, and sometimes I reckon it's just an overwhelming thing. For me, you know, I am no longer in my 20s, obviously. Or even 30s for that matter. Sorry, frog in my throat. You know, so we get away for over New Year's. We tend to leave and go camping. So we've been camping for the last week down in the country. So we kind of escape it all, come back after having a bit of a break. We are forced to take holidays. My husband's business where he works, not his business, where he works, closes down and forces their staff to have the time off between Christmas and New Year, so it forces me to close down the practice as well and take some time out for myself and my family, which is good. So yeah, anyway, what are we thinking so far? Oh God, I've got to be so careful with this stamp. You don't know how many times I've stamped this upside down. I've got to be so careful. I really don't want to do it on this spread. Misaligned there. It's alright, it's alright. It's just a little mistake, nothing major. See, told you I would do it. Ugh. Oh well, one of them being wrong is just typically me. So that's okay. Saturday can be upside down. Alright, cool. So Friday's a little bit misaligned, and Saturday's upside down, and Tuesday's a little bit wonky, but that's all okay. All of that is manageable. All of that, nothing about that I'm angry about. So let's get the dates down. So 8, yeah, what was I saying? lost train of thought, obviously. So, between Christmas and New Year's, yeah, we don't tend to do too much. And honestly, I struggle with social media around this time of year. Not for myself, but just seeing a bunch of things that are just horrible and susceptible. You know, new year, new me, all that kind of stuff that really kind of worries me. You know, new year, no, just because it's clicked over one day doesn't mean that all of a sudden you have this new version of yourself that's there and ready to, I don't know, change everything. You've still got the same things that were happening last year. You're just in a new year now. So I'm very skeptical about that stuff. I'm also very cautious about saying things around the new year and Christmas, wishing people Merry Christmas even. I'm very careful about that because, you know what, it's not merry for everybody. It's not, you know, great for everybody. Some people it's really hard and it's really horrible. And I don't want to be the one who points that out. So, you know, I'm cautious with that. I'm very careful about who I wish Merry Christmas to. Oh, see, now I'm chatting so much I've forgotten to tell you that I'm actually starting to put the stickers down. Just the one for now, I think. And, you know, just being aware of people's stuff is just so damned important because, you know, it can tend to make people really quite anxious and not okay. All right, so now what are we going to do? So what I've decided to do with this spread is to actually do things a little bit differently to what I normally do. There's still the columns, obviously, like this, but I'm thinking maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 lines there, and then that's going to be my priorities for the day. So it's going to be like birthdays, paydays, things I need to remember all the way up here. And then here, I'm going to go with green, I think. Yep, green. This is going to be tracking my workouts. I don't work out every day. How I do this, again, this is a whole new year thing, people getting into the whole thing about working out every day. I do this thing where I kind of go, well, I'm going to plan to work out at least this week. I don't know which days I'm going to do that, so I'm going to put it in my diary, and then the rest of the time I will actually put down rest, if I needed to rest, or if I've got a headache, or if I decided to do some mindfulness instead, whatever I decide to do on that day. So in here, it'll either be, you know, gym, which is predominantly what I tend to do. That grey is really light. I'm not sure if that's even coming up, but I can barely see that accent grey. Maybe I'll have to go with a darker grey. Let's try that, hey? Yep, there we go. Woohoo! Okay, amazing. Okay, that's better. And I don't tend to try and work out on Saturdays or Sundays. If that happens accidentally, we might go on hikes, but you know, that might be the gym, that might be a swim, that might be mindfulness, that might be meditation, that might be rest, whatever that is for the day. I'm trying to be a lot more lenient with myself this year. My resolution for the year, which I don't like, is the fact that I'm going to be the exact same me, but I'm going to live each day to the fullest. I'm going to forgive myself every day, and I'm going to learn to enjoy my own company a little bit more. So that's the plan. So I want my journal to reflect that, no more structured in the way that it was as much. You know, I used to have, you can see here, the health stuff down the bottom, and then I get upset at myself if I didn't fill it out and have all that stuff. And in all honesty, you know, I'm human too. I might be a psychologist and I might be trained, but I'm also human. So, you know, I end up telling myself off, which I don't want to do. Okay, so there we go. So that will be tracking my stuff. And then down here, the plan is to actually have a daily to-do, like I used to have as well. And then at the very bottom is my master to-do list of everything. So I reckon I could make this work quite well. So here we go. All right, so what are we thinking so far? I don't know how that's necessarily going to pan out. And as you know, I tend not to put to-dos in Saturdays and Sundays. They're my rest days, for lack of a better way of putting it. Not really, you know, you still end up doing stuff. Oh my God, I've just picked up the lighter one again, haven't I? I still end up doing things. I still run errands and things like that, but I tend not to be as structured on weekends. We try and get all of our household stuff done during the week as much as we can, so that on weekends we can chill out, hang out with friends, do things like that. So yeah, here we go. Woohoo! What are we thinking? Do we like it? Do we not? Don't know yet. Okay, so let's get in my stickers, my to-dos and things like that, and then we'll have a play around with these. But before we do that, what do you reckon? Should we do like this? Let's do this down here as my master this week to do type thing. I really like this. I might have to see if she's still got these stickers available. How pretty is this? It's just such a stunning kit, and in all honesty, I know that it's just a thank you, but there's actually quite a lot on here to be able to do a set with, so I'm quite happy with that. All right, enough of my talking. Let's get into it. Let's go stick these stickers down, and I will see you in a minute. Hey. Okay, so here we go. We've got all of the stuff in there that we need to have for the week. Got a few things I need to write in, so let's do that while I chat away to you. And then we can figure out how we're going to place these stickers and finish up this week. As I said, school holidays means things are a little bit quieter, but there's still quite a bit going on. So I still need my planner. I still need to be able to see what on earth I'm doing, and things like that. So we, generally speaking, do tend to have a quieter time during school holidays, but it is still quite crazy busy. We have the amazing support of my parents to be able to have their kids whilst we work still, so which they love. So they're having a sleepover next week, during the week, so they can do a few things with them, which is great, which is that bit there that I just put in so that I know where the heck kids are, and doing things like that. All right, so let's get this in here. Let's write the stuff in that we need to write in, and then we can get decorating. So what do you tend to do? Do you tend to use a lot more stickers or a lot more pen? I'm actually considering a lot less pen in my planner for this year. A lot less stickers in my planner for the next couple of months, just to see how I like it. Oh my god, I'm getting so distracted by my own talking right now that I'm actually not writing, which doesn't help you, because this is just going to be a stupidly long video if I do that. Yeah, okay, so what was I saying anyway? Oh yeah, I'm trying to do less stickers in my planner because I'm noticing it really bulk out, which, in a tan size is going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. It's actually holding up really, really well, so I'm not too phased by it at this point, but I can see it becoming an issue if I'm not careful. See, look, I'm completely losing track of things here. Jade. Sam. Okay, I think that's it for now. All right, so what I'm planning on doing is to differentiate these a little bit, because you can see the black pen for me doesn't really pop out, doesn't stand out very much. So what I was planning on doing is using the same grey that I was using earlier. I think this is, I think this is the one. And just highlighting these things in here in boxes, not necessarily with any colour, but just to make them stand out. And these are just me related things, not other people related things. So just so that I know what is happening. me one. And that's a me one. Okay. Okay. I don't like the way that looks, so I think I'm going to do that differently. Okay, I might just write it underneath. It just looks all squishy in. See, I'm quite happy to use liquid paper in my pen. I know some people are quite perfectionistic about it, but you know what? This is actually a functional planner for me, and I need it to work as well as it can, and that means that I am going to stuff up. I am going to smudge things. I'm going to do things. So liquid paper, heck yes. Yeah, it just needs to happen for me. Okay, so as you can see, not a huge amount of daily to-dos at the moment. I'm sure that's going to change. Pulling out my trusty Midori stencil. I love this. I love it because it's got a page clip on it and I can pop it to the back page, do all of that stuff. And it's also got my favorite little boxes in there as well. I use these little boxes all the time for my to-dos, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing right here. So I don't know, there's something so satisfying about crossing off things in your list, in your planner on a piece of paper rather than your phone. Like, I have a phone to do, it just doesn't work for me. Oh God, put that one too close to the edge. See, so now I'm going to have to go on this side, and that's okay. We can do that. Okay. I'm sure you know that girlfriend I talked about last time who, when things aren't symmetrical, she has a hard time with it. I'm wondering how she's going to go with that one. I do love you. All right, and then this is my weekly to-dos. I think I've fit everything in here. So there's a few things I've decided I'm no longer going to be tracking on my daily pages because, like I said, it was creating some guilt that when I didn't do it. So I had a routine thing that I was tracking on here, and it being in my face all the time actually just made it worse for me rather than better. It didn't motivate me to do it. So I'm actually going to be moving that to my monthly spread so that I can have a little bit of a log of my routines and things like that, so that I don't have to look at it every single day. And it is just to see what happens. So I don't know where along the way it became this thing where I had to do things about it. But it did, and it just started stressing me out. So moving along now. All right, so here we go. We're done with all of the functional things for the week. So let us use some of the rest of these stickers, hey? What are we thinking? Monday's a big gap there. I've got nothing on. It's actually going to be me and the kids. So, all right, here we go. Oh, I really like that. I'm going to go overlap. Yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so what are we going to use? Again, there's this frame one, but there's nothing for me to frame as such. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. That pretty pink one can go over here on the weekend. Still gives me lots of room, but yay. There we go. Next little tag. Right there. So I've still got this one. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with, but I also don't want to, like I said before, overwhelm my page. So I'm wondering if this might work better. It's an outline frame, if you can see. So if it would fit, no, it's not going to fit around anything. Is it? No, not really. So what I might do is I'm going to pop it over here and overlay it on top of this piece of washi tape. Because I can work around that and write things in it. There, I quite like that. What about something, a little quote in there? One of my favourite quotes. Actually, yeah, why not, hey? Now, where is my... yeah, do that in this colour, maybe? Yeah, I think so. So one of my favourite quotes is progress, not perfection. Uh-oh. It's not going to fit, is it? like, yay. Luckily, it looks like these stickers are writable. All right, so there we go. Here is my 4-week to a page. I actually don't mind this. I mean, it's very similar to that, except I don't have this flappy bit, but it's on one page. I don't mind it. I mean, I'll see how I go with this being split like this, but we'll see. It's a lot more condensed. Obviously, I have a lot more space in these ones to do this week, my to-dos. But again, I'm not tracking the routines. I'm not tracking this health stuff in this way. So hopefully this will do me. My workouts are still there. My to-dos are still there. My this week's are still there. So hopefully this gives me enough to go on with the week. But I do have an extra page over here. So yeah, here we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've made it this far, yay. Just a reminder to hit that like button and subscribe. And I will see you guys all next time. I hope this was helpful. Hope you liked the mindfulness page at the back. And I'll keep you updated on that. I'll do a little bit of a video on that later on. But for now, here you go. Awesome. See you guys next time. Bye.